Today we will start with the second lesson. First lesson, a letter to God, has already been done, and you have seen in that letter how Lego had asked the help from God. Isn't it? That lesson is over. I think I had sent the notes also. You got the notes. I hope you got the notes also. So you have to study well for your coming examination. Understood? Now we are going to the next lesson, Nelson Mandela. We are going to study Nelson Mandela. And who is Nelson Mandela? The first president, that is the black president of South Africa. The first black president. The first black president. Black president of South Africa. And this extract, the lesson we are going to study is from Nelson Mandela's autobiography. So autobiography named Long Walk to Freedom. Understood? His autobiography named Long Walk to Freedom. So here he gives a glimpse or a view of the country of that time and how the people are being looked after and how did they get their freedom. Understood? So in this extract we are coming to the time when Nelson Mandela has been elected, his first meeting with his people. Understood? Now look. Apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. What do you mean by apartheid? Apartheid is a political system. It is a political system that separates people according to their race. Understood? Separates people according to their race. That is called apartheid. So in this lesson we are going to study a system, that political system which had been prevailed during the time. So in his autobiography he says about his early life, his education, and 30 years as a prisoner. He has been put in the prison, and the pain, how much pain he had struggled or he had suffered during his early age. These are the things what we are going to study in this lesson. Understood? Now he had been fighting for the freedom of the common people of the same race of his own, isn't it? He is of black in color, so the race is black, isn't it? South Africa. Have you heard about Abraham Lincoln? Yes, Abraham Lincoln also was the first president who struggled in order to abolish slavery. So what do you mean by slavery? That means the people from Negroes are brought to their land by the white people and they are being considered as mere cattle. Mere cattle means like a cattle only, making them do all kind of work without giving food, money and sufficient shelter, isn't it? Only thing is beating them, like harassing them like anything, and making them do hard work. So he was the first president who had abolished the system of slavery. Like him, Nelson Mandela also is the same person who had fought against the people to get freedom of for his race. Understood? I will go through it. In this extract from his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, speaks about a historic occasion, the inauguration. What do you mean by inauguration? The opening ceremony. Inauguration means opening ceremony. Opening ceremony. Now we will see. Mandela has become South Africa's first black president. So already I have said, isn't it? After more than 3 centuries of white rule. So up to then, who was ruling the country? Yes, the white people, the Europeans. Mr. Mandela, African National Congress, that is ANC. ANC means African National Congress Party won 252 of the 400 seats in the first democratic election of South Africa's history. So in the history of South Africa, they had won about 252 out of 400 seats. Understood? So it was a great majority that time they had got. Which one? African National Congress. The inauguration, the opening ceremony, understood, took place in the Union Building Amphitheatre in Petroa today, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. So around the world, all around the world, how many delegates had come? 140 delegates, all the dignitaries of high position, people of high position had come over that inauguration ceremony. Understood? Never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another, said Nelson Mandela in his address. So he is addressing, he is giving his speech. Jubilant scenes on the streets of Petroa followed the ceremony with the black, white and colored celebrating together. More than 100,000 South African men, women and children of all races sang and danced with the girl. So once after that is 10th May 1994. 10th May 1994. After that 10th May 1994. So in that about 252 delegates out of 400 had come, isn't it? And the dignitaries or the delegates of the people of the high position had come over there from all around the world. And now all are there for which one? For this opening ceremony. And in that opening ceremony, there was no color. Nobody was being separated due to their race. White, black and everyone together are enjoying the day. Understood? That is the difference what we can see on that particular inauguration day. Understood? So certain in the column A are some expressions you will find in the text. Make a guess and match each expression with an appropriate meaning from column B. So that after taking the lesson we will do it. Understood? Now I will go to it. Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. Has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. 3 centuries, 1 century is 100 years, isn't it? 3 centuries is more than 300 years. So the white people were ruling over Africa. Mandela, African National Congress Party won 252 of the 400 seats. So out of 400 seats, they had won about the 252. So the majority was high, isn't it? In the first democratic election of South African history, and that was a turning point in the history of South Africa. Which was the turning point? Securing about the 252 out of 400. Getting seat of 252 out of 400. That is a turning point in the history of South Africa. Understood? The inauguration ceremony took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Petroa today, attended by politicians and dignitaries for more than 140 countries around the world. So delegates had come from all over the world and about 140 were there. Understood? They all gathered in that amphitheatre. Never and never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another. So he had said, never again. This is the first and the last time in the history of South Africa that again no more people will gather like this. Understood that? Because that was the first and the last time Mandela had said. Never, never again. That means never again will this beautiful land experience oppression of wrong by enemy. That means all are together. Jubilant scenes on the streets of Pretoria followed the ceremony with the black, white and colored celebrating together. That means all people were, they forgot about their race, they forgot about their color. All were enjoying or celebrating that opening ceremony. More than 100,000 South African men, women, children of all races sang and danced with the joy. So it was an exciting day in the history of South Africa. Now we will come to the speech what Mandela was doing. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. 10th May. So when was that inauguration opening ceremony? 10th May there 1994. So before that day itself, before 10th itself, people of high dignitaries or high position, people of great leaders from all over the world started coming to that place, that is South Africa. And it is said that it was the first time the people stepping over, that great international leaders stepping over on South African soil. Understood? For the past few days, that means before 10th, I had been pleasantly besieged. Besieged means surrounded. Besieged means surrounded by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. So, to show their respect before the inauguration, before the opening ceremony, to show their respect, great leaders or political leaders started from other parts of the world to gather in the soil of South Africa. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. So it will be the great gathering, it will be the largest gathering ever in the soil of South Africa. Understood? അതായത് അതുവരെ ഇല്ലാത്ത അത്രയും ഒരു gathering ആണ് ആദ്യമായിട്ട് when it is going to be held on 10th May, going to have on that inauguration day, have on that opening day. So before the 10th itself, people started giving or showing their respect by coming towards South Africa. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. So, for the first time, the African soil, the gathering is going to be held, isn't it? The ceremony took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. So, in the Union Building, the gathering is going to be held. For decades, for years back, this had been the seat of white. So, up to then, that place was given, that has the place only for the white men. Understood? Now, it is going to take over by the black. And now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-national government. Non-national government means no color, no race, color in the race. That means white, black, all together, seems to be together. So the first time in the soil of South Africa, that is going to happen. Understood? After many years, who was the ruler over there? The white. And this theatre, which had been used only by those men, and these people are not allowed to enter over there. But on 10th May, what is the change going to happen? Without seeing the color, without seeing the race, without seeing from which country they belong, Africa or the other nations. Now all are going to gather together, and especially the gatherings are the international leaders. The gatherings are international leaders. They are international leaders, that means from all parts of the world. High dignitaries or high people of high position. The ceremony took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pettora. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering. Rainbow gathering means different colors. And nations for the installation of South Africa. First democratic non-regional government. On that lovely autumn day, so when it was being done? Autumn season. I was accompanied, here I stands for A.S. Nelson Mandela, by my daughter Sinani. By my daughter Sinani. On the podium, Mr. D. Clark, was first sworn in as second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki, was sworn in as first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. To the assembled guest and the watching world, I said. So now the speech is going to start by whom? By Nelson Mandela. So before that, how were the positions for each people are given. On the lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Sinani. So he came with his daughter Sinani on the podium. Podium means the stage. That means little higher than from the audience, isn't it? The stage in audience. You can see in the theatres and all, isn't it? Stage means a little bit higher than from the level where the audience are sitting. So on the podium, that is the stage, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn in as second deputy president. So he has been addressed. So now the address is going on. So D. Clark, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn in as second deputy president. So he was given as the second deputy president. Understood? Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn as the first deputy president, and he was given the first deputy president. So the position of the first and the second deputy presidents were given, and now he is the president, isn't it? When it was my turn means Nelson, I pledged to obey. That pledge means taking the oath. To obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. So what is the oath taken? That he will take care of his people, well-being of the people, and that means devote himself, give his life to the well-being, to the welfare of the people, of the republic and its people, and to the assembled guests, the watching world, and the speech was address was given. He was given the address. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Sinani. On the podium, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn as a second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn as the first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey. Pledged means to give, yes, taking the oath. Pledge means taking the oath. Pledge means taking the oath. Taking the oath. What did he take? What did he promise while taking the oath? Obey and uphold the constitution, that he will take care of the constitution or follow the rules and regulations of the constitution, and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people, and I will be taking care for the welfare of the republic and the people. Understood? To the assembled, then he is addressing he is giving his speech to the people who had gathered over there. I said, so that now the speech of Nelson Mandela. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasting too long must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. We who were outlawed not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own side. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possessions with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. Lord bless Africa. So this is the speech given by Nelson Mandela on that inauguration day, that is 10th May. We will see what. Today, all of us do by our presence here. That means we all had gathered here. Confer means give. Glory and hope to newborn liberty. So what they had, what is the newborn liberty, freedom, liberty, freedom. So now we are going to have our freedom, glory of freedom. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster. What is that human disaster? For decades, for long years, they have been suppressed or they have been ruled by the white. They are under the feet of the white people, isn't it? So now, extraordinary human disaster is that lasted too long. It has been for long years. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So today, all human beings will be proud enough to say that we had achieved our liberty. Understood? That means for decades, for centuries, we had been under the rule or been suppressed by the white people. And now, in this moment, we all feel that proud that we had achieved a newborn part in the history of South Africa, that is liberty, getting freedom. How do you feel if you don't have freedom? How do you feel if you have no freedom to do anything, even at home? Think about it. If you are not able to do anything of your own, all the time a restriction is there. No, you should not do. Your mother coming after you or your father coming after you, saying that, stop that, don't do that, don't do that. How do you feel? Yes, you wanted to come out of that, isn't it? Once or the other time you feel that I have to come out of that. For that you will find the measures how I can come out of it. Here the same, these black people have been suppressed, have been ruled over by now what they had achieved? They are going to have their own freedom to live in the soil of South Africa. Understood? We who are outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. That means today we are able to stand in our own soil, own land. Soil means land. Because of the policy of apartheid we have said separating people from one color to another. That means white and the black. So now we are going to have no more separation between the white and the black. Understood? We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take positions with the people of our country of what is after all common victory for justice, peace and for human dignity. So if it was not like that, if there was a difference between the race, between the colors, will those international leaders come over come together over there in that inauguration ceremony? No, isn't it? They will not come. Yes or no? Here, what happened? Before the inauguration day itself, people of high position had come over there to show their respect. That shows that a separation between the race, between the color, white and black is being thrown away, isn't it? That is why it is saying that they had achieved what? Justice, peace and humanity, that is human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Emancipation, freedom from restriction. Restriction means have been suppressed, have been kept under the rules of the white people. Now they had come out of it. We pledge ourselves. So now we had a pledge, we had taken the oath to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. So freedom for restriction, then state of not having one rightful benefit and being treated indifferently. All that have been taken out and now they all are one brother. Understood? Brotherhood is there. Never, never and never again. That means never again from this time onwards. Never again this time onwards shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. So from this moment onwards, again no more oppression, no more depression over here in the soil of South Africa. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. So this was a great achievement by the human being, isn't it? What? By the black people, yes, to attain their own freedom in their motherland. Let freedom reign, God bless Africa. So he is asking God to bless Africa. I will read the speech once more. Today, all of us do by our presence here confer glory and hope of newborn liberty. Newborn liberty means that experience of coming and getting freedom. Out of the experience of the extraordinary human disaster. Human disaster is referred to the time when the white people were ruling over them, isn't it? They have been suppressed by those white people. Lasted too long and it has been a long period. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So today we are proud to have our soil for ourselves. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nation of the world on our own soil. And this inauguration is now happening where in South Africa, isn't it? Once the land has been suppressed by the white people, isn't it? Now those white people and other leaders are coming over where only? In this soil only. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take position with the people of our country of what is after all is common victory for peace, for justice and for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. So no more discrimination is there. All are equal. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. Let freedom rule. God bless Africa. This is the speech given by Nelson Mandela. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters and troop carriers roared in perfect formation over the Union buildings. It was not only a display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and Police, their chests beckoned with their ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. Finally, a chevron of Impala jet left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the South African flag. See the change? Within moments, the whole change that is being mentioned over here. A few moments later, so after the speech was over, what happened? The display of the military force. The display of the military force. We means the gathered guest. All lifted our eyes in awe means in surprise or wonderful. Wonder. So here also we can see in some festivals or even Diwali time and all, we can see colors, rainbow colors high up in the sky, isn't it? That means while firing the crackers, firecrackers are being burnt, we can see the colors, isn't it? Similarly, and during the military day and all, we can see the forces of the displays done by them. So after the speech was over, all were surprised, all got the great wonder. Spectacular army. Spectacular means impressive. Is impressive. Array of South African jet. That means impressive. Array means what? A display. Display of South African jets. Then helicopters and troop carriers rode in perfect formation over the Union Building. So the Union Building, it was in Union Building that the inauguration ceremony, opening ceremony was done, and soon after the inauguration speech was over, all could see outside the building a array of jets, helicopters and other carriers. It was not only a display of pinpoint position and a military force, but a demonstration of the military loyalty to democracy. It was not just a display, it was showing the loyalty, showing loyal towards the nation, isn't it? Showing the loyal towards the nation. Military loyalty to democracy. That means it was a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. That means having their own freedom, isn't it? So it is a new government under the leadership of Nelson Mandela. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and Police, they just beckoned with the ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. So before, the people, the police and the military force officers with their ribbons, with their identification when they stand, now they are saluting whom? The black leader Nelson Mandela. So before, if it was there, before this 10th May, what would they have done? They could have arrested him, isn't it? But now, without showing any difference, showing loyalty, showing respect to that great leader. And what they are doing? They are saluting him. I was not unmindful of the fact. Unmindful means I was not aware. That means if it was not today, if it was some other days before, what would have happened? That I was imagining. ഇന്നല്ല ഇതിനു മുമ്പേ എന്തായിരിക്കും എന്ന് ആലോചിച്ചു. Saluted me and placed a lot. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. So if it was not on that particular day, what would the people, that high officials will do? They will arrest him. Being a black person over there, what will they do? They will arrest him, isn't it? But now they forgot about their race, and what did they do? They saluted that black leader. Finally, a Chaurian of Umbala jets left a Chaurian of Umbala jets means a pattern of a V shape. Pattern of V shape. The jets coming in the shape of V. Sometimes we can see birds moving, birds flying in the V shape, isn't it? Similarly, like that, jets coming in the shape of a V. Trial of black, red, green, blue and gold of the South African flag with the different colors of a South African flag. They are coming in a V shape. Understood? I'll go to it. A few moments later, we all lifted up. We here refers to the gatherings. Lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters and troop carriers rode in perfect formation over the Union buildings, all rounding above the Union building. It was not only a display of pinpoint position, it was not an attractive thing and a military force, but it was not just an attractive thing to see that, but it was a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. So it was not just an attractive display, it was showing the loyalty towards a new government which had been elected at that present moment. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and Police, their chest beckoned with the ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. So high officials saluted him. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. So if it was before, some years before, what will these people will do? What will these high officials will do? Instead of saluting him, what will they do? They would have arrested him and taken him. Finally, and at the last of the moment of the display, a chevron of Umbala jets left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new African flag. Finally, the flag has been hoisted with the different colors. The day was symbolized for me by the playing of our two national anthems and the vision of white singing Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika and black singing Daista, the old anthem of the Republic. Although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem they once despised, they would soon know the words by heart. So another extraordinary thing that had happened me, at that time two national anthems were sung, one from the white side and one from the black side. Two were sung together. The day was symbolized for me by the playing of our two national anthems and the vision of the white singing Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika and the black singing Daista. So these two national anthem of the two nations, the old anthem of the Republic. Although that day neither group know the lyrics of the anthem they once spent, they did not know what is the meaning of the national, what is the meaning of those lines. Still, what did they do? They had sang it. They would soon know the words by heart. Then he is sure, Mandela is sure that even though they don't know the meaning of the lyrics at that particular moment, after some time they will come to know the meaning of those words. On the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed with the sense of history. In the first decade of the 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth, the white-skinned people of South Africa patched up their differences and reflected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned people of their own land. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the hardest, most inhuman society the world has ever known. Now, in the last decade of the 20th century, and my own 8th decade as a man, the system had been overturned forever and replaced by one that recognized the rights and freedom of all people, regardless of the color of their skin. So now we had seen the speech of Nelson Mandela, and how did the speech, after the speech, how was the enjoyment or how was the display done in order to give a place in the history of South Africa. Understood? So that much we had come. Now from the next part we will take in the next class. Thank you.